Welcome to Intuitive Seek. My name is Mary Treen, and every week I aim to bring you a grounded approach to all things intuition. Through personal stories, experiences, and practices, offering energetic reflections to help you discover, connect, and fully realize how your unique power of intuition is your own greatest teacher. Hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I am always incredibly grateful that you spend your time listening to this podcast, and I will never feel like I can fully express how grateful I am, which is why I continue to thank you. So I hope you can receive it. Thank you. Truly, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Now, if that made you feel uncomfortable, or a little cringy, a little embarrassed, a little, okay, Mary, too much. That's a little too much. Please stop thanking me or thanking us. Laying it on a little thick. If you did feel any of those, that is actually a really great indicator. It's a great sign that you may give too much in an unbalanced way. That for you to be offered something or to receive something, you may feel automatically like you need to give something back. That it has to be an even exchange. That we can't trust to just receive. And this can be something that is even as small as taking a compliment. And there could be a thought of, oh, we don't want to seem arrogant or full of ourselves to just say thank you. If somebody gives you a compliment, it might feel kind of gross. But I think, and from what I've found personally, that is kind of the tip of what the actual reaction to somebody trying to give you something, and especially a compliment, because that is energy. That is intention behind somebody wanting to give you love. And I know it's literally 2 minutes and 22 seconds into this podcast, but, and maybe it's feeling a little deep, perhaps, to get right to it, right to the heart of it. But when somebody is giving you a compliment, they are giving you love. And a lot of times when we don't receive it and we push back with our energy saying, like, no, like negating it, or like somebody says, you look nice today, and then you say, oh no, I'm so tired. Or somebody compliments your outfit or a piece of clothing, and you say, oh no, it was $2 and I found it in the garbage. You know, like just completely saying, never mind, you are wrong, do not give me any love. And that may sound pretty strong, but it is true. When we push back against somebody giving us a thank you or a compliment, it reminds us that we might have to be vulnerable. It might remind us that maybe by receiving that compliment, it kind of highlights how much we don't believe that in ourselves. And that vulnerability might feel really uncomfortable. And I think I just put a V instead of, or in front of uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. But it does. That should be actually, it's a V uncomfortable. Vulnerability, uncomfortability. It is very hard. But I encourage you, if this is something that you experience, to try to receive. Try to take the compliment and not give it back right away. Try to take the gift and not send the thank you note right away. Because I feel like what can happen with our energy and our emotional energy when we do not receive a compliment or a gift fully, it really can affect how we trust ourselves. Because if we don't trust that somebody is giving us a compliment, something to make us feel good, if we don't trust that intention, then that kind of sends a message to our emotional body and to our energy that we don't trust ourselves because we're not trusting how we're feeling when we're allowing ourselves to receive it. So we avoid it completely when we put up that wall. And usually we tend to trust blindly when somebody says something not so nice to us or about us, a judgment, some kind of comment. We tend to remember them for years. Until our deathbed, we'll remember something somebody said to us that really hurt our feelings when we were 10. But it's so difficult and challenging to actually accept and trust that we might be worthy enough to accept a compliment. And then how could we trust ourselves? Trust our own confidence in making changes and doing things for ourselves that we know we want. How can we trust ourselves to do that if we can't even trust that somebody else sees that in us? So how on earth can we connect to our intuition and our intuitive guidance and really trust it and believe it, regardless of what, society or your career or your family says? How can we trust that inner worth if we are always batting away when other people are trying to reflect our worth back to us? It's not polite to not take a compliment. It serves no real purpose except to, suppress our true natural power. I'm sure if I asked you right now, can you remember something mean or not so nice that somebody said about you? It probably comes pretty quickly. I know for myself that they do sting. They do stay. I can say forever that I don't care what people think. But of course I do. I'm a human and I'm a woman. And I'm pretty sensitive. So of course I care what other people think. But I feel like the kind of antidote that we can offer ourselves is to give at least a little bit of the weight that we offer the bad things that we remember to the good things, so that we have a balance, so that we're not always waiting to be proven wrong about our worth, that we can accept the insult or the critique, but it's okay because we already have a secure foundation of worth in ourselves, which allows us to receive compliments and love. And maybe the fear is that, we'll get a big head or our ego will get too big, but I feel like that would be really difficult from the people that I know, for how hard and judgmental we are on ourselves. The only way to balance out that judgment in that harsh treatment of ourselves is to at least allow for us to remember our beauty, the good things, the opposite of those insults and those judgments. Can you remember maybe 3 things that people have told you over the years that made you feel really, really nice? Allow yourself to remember those. Write them down. Put them in the phone notes on your iPhone or Android. Record it and listen to it. And then maybe you'll start to believe like, oh, maybe it's true. And then you can start to trust your energy a little bit more. And maybe by giving the insults that we remember and the compliments the same weight, we're moving them more outside of ourselves. Because one isn't more important than the other. So then you can actually trust and value what you feel about yourself above all other. Because we can't connect and truly trust our intuition without trusting ourselves, in our mind, in our body, in our choices and what we want to do. And we can't really trust ourselves, unfortunately, until we actually love ourselves. That we think we're worthy enough and feel it, like truly feel it. That we are worthy of everything that we desire to do in this world and to offer to other people. And I'm always fascinated by like the ancestral component of our worth. Even something as simple as taking a compliment. Like, were we taught that? Did we see that in our family structure? And so we learned to not? Or did we even inherit it? Because maybe generations before us, it wasn't safe to accept compliments. And so it was kind of inherited in our bones. There's that, those amazing studies they're doing in epigenetics, I believe. And it's fascinating because they've discovered and identified that when we were in our mother's womb, the egg that we were made out of was actually in our grandmother's womb, in the egg that our mother was. Our little egg was already there. So we were already in our grandmother's bodies, absorbing, who knows, the good and the bad, right? The gifts, the beauty, but also maybe some trauma and maybe some healing that we need to do in this lifetime because we've inherited some things that need to be healed for us to live the life we want and to kind of grow into our purpose, to be able to even understand what our passions are. So what I want to do, actually, is I'm going to offer you a meditation, a guided meditation that I offer to some of my clients. And it is a guided meditation to help you connect to the essence of your lineage, to your ancestors, to what you are carrying that you may not remember, and that you can kind of lean on or discover something that will help you, guidance that is already waiting inside of you, in your energy, in your bones, in that DNA. Maybe you can actually access it a little bit with this guided meditation. And if not, at the best, it may give you a really nice, just quick nap. Because my favorite thing is when people try to do a meditation, but then they fall asleep. And it's my favorite thing because that usually means that they are not offering themselves rest ever. And maybe they're not recognizing when they need to. So the moment that we're given an opportunity for our nervous system to kind of softly relax, if we're exhausted, we'll probably fall asleep. So that's okay too. But if you are listening to this in your car or on a walk and you're not really at a place where you can kind of drop into a guided meditation, then come back to this and just try it out whenever you have time. But I have found that, for my clients at least, they've been able to access some inner guidance that they may have forgotten, some inherited wisdom, really. And I was inspired to create this meditation completely from my intuition. So it didn't make a lot of sense when I was making it, but then when I finished it and recorded it and listened to it myself, I felt that it was really valuable. So I hope you're able to connect and find some value in it for yourself as well. So please enjoy this gift of a guided meditation to help you connect to the wisdom and guidance that you already hold that may have also been held and carried by your ancestors. You may also want to have a journal or something to write down anything that comes through that you connect with from within during the meditation, and truly go in with no expectations. The only expectation should be that you feel more calm than when you started. Okay, so close your eyes and shift into a comfortable position. Begin to breathe in and breathe out, just in a natural rhythm while you're getting into the most comfortable position that you can. You can be sitting down or laying down, whatever feels best to you. And begin to really feel into your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Feel your breath moving in and out of your body. And when you really feel into your breath, you begin to bring awareness to the soles of your feet. And you can feel the energy that you are holding there. You may feel a tingling or a soft warmth flowing from your toes to your arches to your heels. Now, using your imagination, start to feel your energy that is flowing through the soles of your feet, and imagine that your energy begins to create the roots of a tree. And allow these beautiful roots to begin to grow down through the floor, past the foundation, growing deep into the earth, all the way down to the core of the earth. You can feel the earth holding your roots, steady, firm, and supported, as you allow the warm, supportive energy to move up, back through the earth, through your floor, and back up into your feet, flowing up through your legs, filling your hips and your pelvic bowl. You feel this energy move throughout your whole body. You feel grounded, anchored, and supported. And now, while keeping your eyes closed, you begin to use your imagination. And you can picture yourself looking up at the ceiling. And now picture yourself looking down at your knees. Picture yourself reaching your arms out in front of you. You can even use your imagination, and you're feeling the stretch in your back and shoulders as you imagine your arms stretched out in front of you. And you notice that it is very easy for you to use the power of your imagination. It is very easy for you to picture yourself moving around in your mind's eye. And now you can use your imagination and begin to picture yourself standing up in your room. And while you are standing, you look to your right, and you notice that there is a very large circle of bright violet light next to you. This is a doorway, inviting you to step through. And you use your imagination to walk over and step through this doorway. The violet light cleanses and protects you as you move through the circle. And as you step through, you start to see that on the other side of the violet light is a small forest clearing. You step into this forest clearing that is encircled by very tall, old trees that are reaching into the sky as their roots dig deeply into the earth. The forest floor is teeming with green life. The air is soft and fresh, as if it had just rained. The sun is peeking through the thick circle of trees, allowing a little stream of light to illuminate the center of the clearing. And you notice a subtle curve in the center. And as you walk towards the center, you realize that the curve in the forest floor is actually a seat. So you sit down and discover that this seat was made perfectly for you. And as you sit comfortably, you notice that to your right, there is the largest and oldest tree in the circle. The trunk of the tree has an arched shape that resembles a door. You notice there is a faint outline and a bright light that starts to stream through the outline of the door. You see that there is a door on the trunk of this very old tree, and it is beginning to open. The bright light is washing over everything around you as the door fully opens. But you can start to make out a new form of light coming out from the door. You can feel a new energy. You start to recognize that even though this energy is new, that it feels very familiar. You realize that it is the energy of a loving and healed ancestor of yours. You feel that this energy is very happy to be with you. You trust what you are feeling or seeing. And as the energy moves towards you, you feel a wave of calming warmth move through your whole body. And you also begin to feel this loving and healing energy of your ancestors all around you, filling the entire forest clearing with golden sparkling light. And you feel a powerful and deep love that is expanding in your heart and flowing through your entire body. You are feeling the essence of your lineage. This is their life force that brought you to this time in history. This is your remembering. This is your soul memory. You are being supported to understand with your whole being what talents and gifts you have inherited, what they may have asked for you to help heal, what may need to be forgiven, what may need to be released, what you may need to know during your lifetime here on Earth for the highest good of all. You can feel their support and guidance running through your veins. You can hear their loving encouragement echoing in your bones. You can feel the power that you have always carried. And now you will stay here with the energy of your ancestors for a moment, feeling into anything that you might need to know, asking for anything you might need to hear. And I will leave you for this moment as you allow yourself to receive. Now it is time to make your way back. You are filled with gratitude, and as you stand up to leave, you remember that you are always welcome back to this space, because this space and all that you experienced is already in you, because it is of you. Your inherited wisdom is always available to you, whenever you need it. Now you start to see or feel the large circle of violet light again, and you begin to slowly walk through the violet circle, and it closes as you step back into your physical room. And you move towards your body and sit back into yourself. And as you start to come back into your space, begin wiggling your fingers and your toes. Take a deep breath into your belly and let that breath out through your mouth. And take one more deep breath into your belly and let that breath out through your mouth. Now say your name 3 times in your head. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes. Well, thank you for listening to this episode of Intuitive Seek. I hope you enjoyed that meditation or had a good nap. But please reach out to me with any questions, or if you would like to share anything that may have come up for you. You can follow and message me on my Instagram at treenlight, TREENLIGHT, or email at hellotreenlight@gmail.com. And you can check out my website, treenlight.com, where you can learn more about my work and how I can support you. And if you feel called to leave a review on iTunes or wherever you get this podcast to help others find it, that would be very generous. I'm so grateful for all of the incredibly kind reviews I've already received, so thank you so much. And thank you again for taking the time to listen. Be kind to yourself, and I'll talk to you next week.